The beginning of the struggle. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I loved my husband. We had been together for 8 years, good years, at least in the beginning. But as time passed, something shifted. It started small, late nights where we barely touched, mornings where we barely spoke. And then, it became impossible to ignore. He just couldn't satisfy me anymore. I felt like a stranger in my own skin, and the desire I had for him was slipping away. I tried to talk to him about it, tried to make things work, but nothing changed. The passion was gone, and so was the spark. I felt empty, like a part of me was missing. That's when I started going to the gym, meeting the trainer. Ryan was my trainer. I had seen him a few times before, and there was always something about him, his confidence, his energy, the way he moved. He had this intensity that made it hard to look away. The first time we talked, it was innocent. We discussed workouts, fitness goals, and how to get into shape. But as the weeks passed, our conversations started to shift. It wasn't long before I realized that it wasn't just about fitness anymore. There was something more between us, a tension I hadn't felt in years. Ryan was different from my husband. He made me feel alive again, like I was desirable, sexy, wanted. The seduction begins. One evening, it was just the two of us. The gym was empty, and the air felt thick with something I couldn't explain. As I worked out, I could feel his eyes on me, watching every move I made. His hands lingered longer on my body, correcting my form, guiding me, but I knew what was happening. He leaned in close, his breath hot on my neck, whispering things I had only dreamed of hearing. He told me how beautiful I was, how he had wanted me for months. My heart raced as his words pulled me deeper into a web of temptation I knew I shouldn't be in. The first encounter, lust takes over. I told myself it would stop with a kiss, but I was lying to myself. That night, I invited Ryan to my house. It was just supposed to be a workout, I told myself. But deep down, I knew better. Before I knew it, we were on the couch, our bodies tangled in a mess of passion and desire. I had never felt anything like it. Ryan's touch was electric, his hands exploring every inch of my body in ways my husband never had. Every kiss, every whisper felt like a release from the years of frustration I had kept bottled up. I knew it was wrong, but in that moment, I didn't care. For the first time in years, I felt alive, wanted, and desired. I didn't think about the consequences, about the betrayal. All I could think about was how good it felt. The guilt sets in. When the sun rose, reality came crashing down. I had cheated on my husband, the man I had once loved, the man who trusted me, and I had thrown it all away for one night of passion. I felt sick to my stomach. I tried to push it down, to pretend it never happened. But every time I saw Ryan at the gym, the guilt resurfaced. Yet, I couldn't stay away. It was like I was addicted to the way he made me feel. Alive, desired, wanted. And so, the affair continued. The twists of fate. My husband finds out. I didn't know it then, but my husband had started to suspect something. He wasn't the type to snoop, but something must have tipped him off. Maybe it was the late night workouts, or the way I seemed distant, distracted. I know about Ryan. My heart stopped. I had been caught, and there was no way out. My husband knew everything. The betrayal and the consequences. My husband confronted Ryan, demanding answers, and the truth came spilling out. Ryan confessed everything, and my marriage was left in ruins. The man I had once loved, the man I had betrayed, was gone, and all that was left was the wreckage of the life we had built together. I had destroyed everything for a moment of lust, and now I had to live with the consequences. The final twist. Ryan's true intentions. I thought Ryan would be there for me after everything fell apart, but something had changed. He wasn't as attentive, as caring. And that's when I learned the truth. For Ryan, it had never been about love or passion. I was just another conquest, another married woman looking for a way out of her dull life. To him, it was nothing more than a game. In the end, I was left with nothing. I had lost my husband, my dignity, and the illusion of love I had once chased so desperately. Sometimes, the decisions we make in moments of weakness have consequences that last a lifetime. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Would you risk it all for passion and lust, Or would you hold on to the love you once had? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Lust Diary for more dramatic stories of love, lust, and betrayal.